Hello guys and welcome to Fears of the Crypt. I'm Nick. Today we're going to be I'll be telling you about the real story of the Annabelle doll. Welsh Explorer, welcome to my live. Just see how many other people come in, and then we can get to the real haunting of the story. See how many people come in first of all. Hello Roxy, welcome to the live. Rusius77, welcome to the live. Thank you for the hearts, thank you so much. Come on viewers, let's get some more likes here. Let's try and get up to more than... Let's try and see if we can get to 1k likes. I'll be starting the story very soon. Just making sure to see how many more people will join the live. Thank you for the likes. We're at 120 likes now. 135. Let's go. If we hit 1k, I'll be starting the story. Let's hit that 1k. Oh, it's going up very quick. Rufus, well, thank you. Welcome. More creators want to co-host. I will be reading at some point. Let's hopefully. What's that? Welcome to the live 4568. Welcome. Riley, welcome to the live. Got a cough today. Right, let's put the tablet on ready for the haunting story of Annabelle Higgins, and we'll be telling you also about where the Annabelle doll is situated, and the case will be known by Lorraine Warren and her partner Ed, and they have also been doing they've brought out the Conjuring films, as you all know. Spook hi, welcome to the live. Thank you for the likes, Rusev. Thank you. Let's go. Let's get those likes up. Alright, come on you get. Right. Time on this tablet's wrong. It's useless. Nah. Tablet completely pain in the ass. Right, where are we? Real Annabelle, here we go. Got it all up and running. Right, you can go over there. Move this glass out the way. Well, viewers, well, let's get going. Thank you for the likes, Rusev. McLenna, welcome to the live. Tina British, welcome to the live. I'll be starting in a couple of minutes or so. We're nearly at 1k view likes. 711 likes so far. Let's get that to 1k. I'm just letting everybody know that I do struggle with my reading, so I would like you to have patience with myself. Thank you. Oh, nearly in the 900 mark. Well, that's us in the 900s. Thank you, Rusev. Nearly at 1k. Ooh, can't wait. Oh, pillock. No. Bloody ads, man. Why do they have to come up? Get rid of it and back into it again. JJ Flash 73, welcome to the live. Ash, welcome to the live. We are at 1k. Well done. We're going to start the story for today. The real haunting of Annabelle the doll. Attacks in the early 1970s before. Well, let's start over. The real Annabelle doll reportedly committed a series of attacks in the early 1970s before it was confined in the Occult Museum of Ed and Lorraine Warren in Connecticut, the US. She sits in a glass case bearing a hand-carved inscription of the Lord's Prayer, while a pleasant smile rests on her happy face. Sitting under a mob of red hair, but beneath the case is a sign that reads, "Warning." Welcome to the live, Kerry. Welcome to the live. Positively do not open. To the uninformed visitors of the Warrens Occult Museum in Monroe, Connecticut, she looks like any other Raggedy Ann doll. As you can tell here, it's just half the picture out there. Produced in the mid-20th century, but the original Annabelle doll is actually anything but ordinary since her first supposed haunting in 1970. This allegedly evil doll has been blamed for demonic possession and slew of violent attacks and at least 2 near-death experiences. Thank you for the likes, everyone. Thank you for joining. In recent years, the true story of Annabelle have even inspired a series of horror films. But just how much of Annabelle's story is real? Is the real Annabelle doll truly a vessel for a demonic spirit in search of a human host, or is she simply a child's toy used as a prop for wildly profitable ghost stories? These are the real stories of Annabelle, though she doesn't share the same particular skin and lifelike features as her cinematic counterpart. The Annabelle doll that lives in the Occult Museum of famed paranormal investigators Ed and Lorraine Warren, the pair that worked on the case, is made all the more creepy by how ordinary she appears. Annabelle's stitched features include her half smile and a bright orange triangular nose. You can't see it here, but there's a load of pictures on Google images. Evoke memories of childhood toys and simpler times. If you could ask Ed and Lorraine Warren, through Ed died in 2006 and Lorraine died in early 2019, they would tell you that the stark warnings scrawled across Annabelle's glass case are more than necessary. According to the well-known paranormal investigators, the doll is responsible for 2 near-death experiences, 1 fatal accident, and a string of demonic activities that lasted some 30 years. The first of these infamous hauntings can actually be traced back to 1970, when Annabelle was brand new. The story was told to the Warrens by 2 young women and was retold for years after by the Warrens themselves. As the story goes, the Annabelle doll had been a gift to a young nurse named Donna, or Desiree, or whatever her name, the pronunciation is, depending on the source, from her mother for her 28th birthday. Donna, apparently thrilled with the gift, brought it back to her apartment that she shared with another young nurse named Angie. At first, the doll was an adorable necessary, sitting on a sofa in the living room and greeting visitors with her colourful vintage. But before long, here we go, going haywire. Right, let's get to where we were. Right, vintage. But before long, the 2 women began to notice that Annabelle seemed to move about the room of her own accord. Donna would sit her on the living room sofa before leaving for work, only to come home in the afternoon and find her in the bedroom with the door shut. Donna and Angie then started finding notes left throughout the apartment, reading "Help me. Welcome to the line." Right. According to the woman, the notes were written on parchment paper. Not sure what type of paper that is, but I've never come across it. Which they did not even keep in their home. Furthermore, Angie's boyfriend, known only as Lou, was in the apartment one afternoon while Donna was out and heard rustling in her room as if someone had broken in. Upon inspection, he found no signs of forced entry, but found the Annabelle doll lying face down on the ground. Other versions of this story say he was attacked upon entry, attacked upon walking up from a nap, apparently so. Suddenly he felt a searing pain on his chest, somewhere here, or probably one of the chests, and looked down to find blood claws marks running across it. 2 days later, they had vanished without a trace following Lou's traumatic experience. The women invited a medium over to help solve their simply paranormal problem. The medium held a sense and told the women that the doll was inhabited by the spirit of a deceased 7-year-old named Annabelle Higgins, whose body had been found years earlier on the site where their apartment building had been built. The medium claimed that the spirit was benevolent and simply wanted to be loved and cared for. The 2 young nurses reported felt bad for the spirit and consented to allow her to take up permanent residence in the doll. Ed and Lorraine Warren entered the Annabelle story, the story of the real Annabelle doll, Warren's Occult Museum. Lauren Warren with the real doll, as you can see here behind me, Annabelle doll, shortly after taking possession of her, eventually in an attempt to rid their home of the Annabelle doll's spirit, Donna and Angie called on a Episcopal priest or something known as Father Hegan. Hegan contacted his supervisor, Father Cook, or Cookie, or whatever you want to class him as, who alerted Ed and Lorraine Warren. As far as Ed and Lorraine Warren was concerned, the 2 young ladies' trouble truly started when they began believing that the doll deserved their sympathy, but the Warrens believed that there was actually a demonic force in search of a human host within Annabelle, and not a benevolent soul. The Warrens' account of the case states spirits do not possess intimate objects like houses or toys. They possess people. An inhuman spirit can attach itself to a place or object, and this is what occurred in the Annabelle case. The spirit implanted the doll and created the situation of it being alive in order to get a reconnection. Okay. A recantation or something. Truly, the spirit was not looking to stay attached to the doll. It was looking for possess a human host. Ed and Lorraine Warren, the paranormal investigators involved in the true story of the Annabelle doll, immediately the Warrens noted what they believed were signs of demonic possession, including teleportation, the doll moving on its own, manifestations, the parchment paper notes, and the mark of the beast, Lou's clawed chest. The Warrens subsequently ordered an exorcism on the apartment to be performed by Father Cook. Then they took Annabelle out of the apartment and to her final resting place in their occult museum, in the hopes that her demonic reign would finally end. Other hauntings attributed to the demonic doll, the real Annabelle in a museum flicker, the original Raggedy Ann Annabelle doll, looks perfectly normal at first to the untrained eye. Following Annabelle's removal from Donna and Angie's apartment, the Warrens documented several other paranormal experiences involving the doll. The first just minutes after they took possession of her after the exorcism of the nurse's apartment, the Warrens buckled Annabelle into the back seat of their car and vowed not to take the highway in case she had some kind of accident causing power over them and their vehicle. However, even the safer back roads provide too risky for the couple. On their way home, Lauren claimed that brakes either stalled or failed several times, resulting in near dangerous crashes. Lauren claimed that as soon as Ed pulled holy water from his bag and doused the doll with it, the problem with the brakes disappeared. Upon arriving home, Ed and Lorraine placed the doll in Ed's study. There, they reported that the doll levitated and moved about the house, even when placed in the locked office in an outer building. The Warrens claimed that she would turn up later inside the house. Finally, the Warrens decided to lock Annabelle up for good. The Warrens had a specially made glass and wood case constructed upon which they encrypted the Lord's Prayer and St. Michael's Prayer for the rest of his life. Ed would particularly say a binding prayer over the case, ensuring that the sinner spirit and the doll remained good and trapped. Since being locked up, Annabelle the doll hasn't moved again. Through it is actual that her spirit has found ways to reach out to earthly plane. Once a priest who was visiting the Warrens Museum, it picked up Annabelle and discounted her demonic abilities. Ed warned the priest about mocking Annabelle's demonic power, but the young priest laughed him off on his way home. The priest was involved in a near fatal crash that totaled his new car. His car must have spinned. He claimed to have seen Annabelle in his rear view mirror just before the accident. Years later, another visitor rapped on the glass of the Annabelle doll's case and laughed at how silly people were to believe in her. On his way home, he reportedly lost control of his motorcycle and crashed headlong into a tree. He was killed instantly, and his girlfriend just barely survived. She claimed that at the time of the accident, the couple had been laughing about the Annabelle doll over the years. The Warrens continued to recount these tales as proof of Annabelle the doll's horrific powers, though none of these stories could be corrupted. The names of the young priest and the motorcyclists were never divided. Neither Donna nor Angie, the two nurses who were Annabelle's first victims, ever came forward with their story. Neither Father Cook or Father Hegan appeared to have mentioned their exorcism on her ever again. And it would appear that all we have is the Warrens' word that any of this even took place. And so, Cryptors, I thank you for coming along. For those that have joined, thank you. And this has been a tough one. I was a bit nervous for doing this. I did practice reading it beforehand. And so, Cryptors, it leaves us to another end of a wonderful live. I thank you all for coming along. And if you liked it, give it a like. Share it if you like. And I'll see you hopefully in the next live, when I'll let you know when the next one will be. And I will be choosing a story for the Halloween period. Not sure which one I'll be doing yet, but I will have a look to see which one I'll do. So that leaves us to the end of this live, and I hope you all have a good weekend. I have been Nick. This has been the story of the real Annabelle, and this has been Fears of the Crypt.